Ed Gein, the Butcher of Plainfield, America's real-life horror story. In the quiet town of Plainfield, Wisconsin, lived a man who would go on to inspire some of the most terrifying characters in cinematic history. His name was Ed Gein. To the outside world, he was nothing more than a shy, soft-spoken handyman. But behind the closed doors of his farmhouse, unimaginable horrors were waiting to be uncovered. On November 16, 1957, police arrived at his property after the mysterious disappearance of a local hardware store owner, Bernice Warden. They expected answers. What they found was hell. Inside the house, hanging upside down from the rafters, was Bernice Warden's lifeless body, mutilated and gutted like a deer. But that was just the beginning. As officers searched the home, their flashlights revealed scenes from a nightmare. A lamp made from a human face, a belt crafted from nipples, a chair upholstered in human skin, and worst of all, masks sewn from real human faces. What had once been a farmhouse had become a human slaughterhouse. And at the center of it all was Ed Gein. But how did Ed Gein become a monster? The roots of this darkness go back to his childhood. Ed was raised by a religiously fanatical mother named Augusta, who believed all women, except herself, were sinful and evil. She isolated Ed from the world and preached constant guilt, shame, and fear. When Augusta died, Ed was devastated. But instead of moving on, he broke. He began digging up graves. By night, he would steal corpses of middle-aged women who resembled his mother. He used their skin, bones, and body parts to create furniture, clothing, and even a suit he could wear to become his mother. But grave robbing wasn't enough. In 1954, a tavern owner named Mary Hogan vanished. No suspects, no evidence. Years later, her head would be found in a paper bag in Ed's kitchen. He had escalated from corpse collector to killer. When he was finally caught, Ed Gein confessed almost casually. He showed no emotion, no remorse. He was declared mentally insane and spent the rest of his life in a psychiatric hospital where he died in 1984. But Ed Gein's legacy didn't end there. His crimes inspired the most terrifying villains in pop culture. Norman Bates in Psycho, Leatherface in the Texas Chainsaw Massacre, Buffalo Bill in Silence of the Lambs. He became the blueprint for horror. But for the families, this wasn't a movie. It was real. It was trauma. And it remains one of America's darkest true crime stories. So now we ask you, was Ed Gein born evil? Or was he created by isolation, abuse, and obsession? Comment below with your thoughts. And if you want more chilling stories like this, subscribe to @CrimeSpotlight and hit the bell icon. Because the truth is far scarier than fiction.